Today, I'm going to teach you how to create a deployable airstrike in Minecraft Bedrock Edition simply using command blocks. The first method will be activating an airstrike in a specific spot by holding an item. The second method will involve deploying an airstrike on a chosen location by throwing the item on the ground. There are timestamp chapters within the description of this video, that way you can skip around or come back to certain parts that you need to review. As always, I provide a list of commands in the description so you can copy and adjust them with ease. With that being said, let's get started. Using commands, we can simply hold an item to trigger an airstrike. This method would be used when you'd like the airstrike to be constrained only on one specific area. The second method has a lot more flexibility. The airstrike is summoned above wherever you throw your item, rather than holding it. As you can see, there are a lot of command blocks for this one. Try not to be overwhelmed. A lot of these commands are repeated with only minor adjustments. Let's begin with triggering an airstrike when you are holding an item. For this example, my targeted item is a piece of orange dye. You may use whichever block or item you'd like. Start by placing a repeating command block facing upwards. You can set this to always active once you are finished with setting this up. For my demonstration, I've placed a lever on it to toggle when the system is on. Input the following command and set the tick delay to 150. Now, place 5 chain command blocks above the repeating command block. Make sure all of them are facing into the next. You may have noticed that I have colored concrete next to each command block. This is to indicate when commands are repeated. In the chain command blocks, next to the blue concrete, input the following commands. It is important that you toggle these as conditional, otherwise the systems will malfunction. This is essentially your countdown. In the remaining command blocks next to the green concrete, input the same command you put into the repeating command block earlier. Again, set them to conditional and set their tick delay to 30. If you want to clear the item from the player after the command is triggered, place another chain command block on top of your system. Set it to conditional with a tick delay of 5. Now, you can add more chain command blocks to however many pieces of TNT you'd like to summon. For this demonstration, I chose 7. Pick a spot you'd like to have the airstrike spawn. Input the following commands into your chain command blocks. Again, making sure they're all set to conditional and set their tick delay to around 10. If you want to somewhat spread the explosion, you can adjust the coordinates in each repeating command blocks by just a few blocks apart. Once you have done this, activate your repeating command block and hold your item. If your targets and coordinates are correct, it should work like a charm. This next set of commands is slightly less complicated and a lot more universal. When you throw your selected item, an airstrike will spawn above it, no matter where this item is thrown. Before we jump into the commands, you want to give your item a meaningful name. Mine is simply Airstrike. Place down a repeating command block once again, facing upwards. Input the following command at a tick delay of 150 seconds. Again, you can choose to require a redstone source or set it as always active later. Place a chain command block above your repeating command block and set it to conditional. Input the following. You can choose to have it say something else if you'd like. From here, you just input this command into as many chain command blocks as you like. Set them to conditional and add a tick delay of 10. This will summon TNT 20 blocks above your named item. For more variation, you can input the following commands along with the previous one. This will summon TNT minecarts above your airstrike at a range of 2-ish blocks apart. You can increase the value of the X and Z to spread the range, and the value of the Y to increase the height at which the TNT is spawned from. And with all of that, the chain of command blocks should be functional. Activate your repeating command block and give your item a toss. Let's discuss the purpose of both methods of airstrikes, starting with the one triggered by simply holding an item. The Testfor command is to test for a condition. In our case, we're targeting any player who happens to be holding a specified item. If that target is met, then it will send a redstone signal to the chain command block above it, which is why we set them to conditional, only activating if the previous command block's conditions are met. The title command outputs a title on a selected area. I have given this command to the same targeted players. That way it shows up on their action bar, indicating the countdown. The clear command is important to get right as well. Again, we're targeting any player holding our selected item. We want this item to go away right after the countdown. So that way we specify that we are removing just one specified item. The summon command is straightforward. Simply choose an area where you'd like TNT to spawn from. This set of commands is great for when you want to limit where the TNT is dropped from. I'm sure you guys can and will find many ways to adapt it. For throwing down an airstrike, the commands are quite similar. We're testing for an entity that is an item and has a given name, which will trigger the next command. The /say command is straightforward. We're simply announcing to everyone that there is an incoming airstrike. Now, we use the execute command, which is similar to the Testfor command, except you can have it run another command if a condition is met within the same command block. So we are executing a command at wherever our item was dropped at, running the summon TNT command. Again, you can have various coordinates set to adjust the range of explosives set from above. If you guys have any more questions, let me know down below. You can also comment more command block problems for me to solve. As always, if this video was helpful, please do me a favor by dropping a like and hitting that sub button. Good luck on all of your projects, and I will see you in the next one.